Synopsis: in ascetic life, maintenance of balance over the sense organs is essential. Undesirable things will automatically disappear with engrossment in deep meditation. Birth itself is renunciation, death is liberation. We shall have to find out the real meaning of the word renunciation. Is it leading an ascetic life, and the following method of attaining it? Is it at all necessary to observe the religious and customary ceremonies involved in getting initiated to ascetic life? What is the necessity of such arduous practice in attaining dispassionate indifference, or pure devotion in spiritual culture? There is a taboo about possession of women and wealth for the ascetic. People do not want to spend most of their life observing the rigorous rules for attaining the objective. Is it necessary to observe them? The answer to these questions is not difficult to find. If a person leads a balanced life, without worrying about the injunctions enjoined by the rules of ascetic life, and concentrates on the objective, sooner or later that person will get engrossed in the object of choice, and get some positive result. Whether the result will last or not will depend on one's tenacity and willpower. Maintaining a balance in life over the sense organs is an important adjunct to spiritual culture. Whatever is unnecessary will be automatically shed, no extra effort will be necessary to get rid of them. All the rigid rules of ascetic life, like leaving home and worldly life by retiring to jungles, praying heart and soul, or joining some ascetic mission by wearing distinctive dress, and performing missionary job, may have some transient satisfaction. All the incidental mental and physical exercises may even result in some sort of ecstatic feeling at times. Sitting bare body in prayer in the mountain covered with ice shows extreme concentration. In such rapt attention in meditation, the ascetic may feel a strange satisfaction that one will get the desired objective gradually as one advances. At times in one's rapt state of meditation, one may feel that all glands and other parts are changing into an ethereal state with one's own power. That makes one feel that their body is floating in air. It may even be possible for one to ascend further into the void, if one can establish the ethereal state in each and every atom of oneself by their own willpower. One may feel like traveling in the ethereal sphere and gradually rising up. However, when the source of one's ecstasy is scrutinized, all the mystery is revealed. It seems that one is establishing oneself in an unconscious state meditating on some unknown power. In such meditation, it further explains all those concomitant feelings like watching the divine radiance, and many other related things. Concentrating on the subtlety that created the sun, the moon, stars, etc., one can see the heavenly radiance. When that concentration is established in one's own entity, one can see the sun and the moon with eyes closed or open. One can feel, I am advancing, inspired by the radiance and pleasure of the vision. These are not the credit of the authors of the scriptures. These are automatic and eternal happenings. These are bound to occur whenever we concentrate deeply in sorrow, or in other states naturally, as per the need without the help of scriptures. The reason is that the mind in its original stage, along with senses and physical body, will try to reach the original state. This is the natural law. In other words, we are constantly engaged in that subtle thought naturally. If that augments our mental power, we can, with the help of that power, discern the original eternal state, which has developed the power of mobility of mind, and thus get the inkling of the origin. The mind of that original state still exists, and will go back to the origin. Who is responsible for this all-pervasive mind in all conditions? The answer is the origin itself. So, the power of the origin is ingrained in this body. Our mind and senses are giving testimony, for that we are advancing freely and easily, because we are helped by the original power. What is there to rave about it? In one's forward progress, receiving different responses like vision, touch, sweet fragrance, one feels that one is near at hand. One of those great sound waves begins to flow. Though one feels the sound is different. This sound too is external, but only in a subtler state. Innumerable such subtle sounds begin to flow through those atoms and molecules. If our mind, life, and thought process bloom carrying our egoism, then sound waves begin to flow following that course in that atom. Now, the body has been molded according to the sound, but when another body is formed with the subtler atom, it will likewise hear another sound and get another response. The sound in keeping with the atom, following the body is perceptible by the senses. But other items like smell and vision escape the sense organs. We get the proof, however, by watching other sentient beings. We conclude then, that though one is not getting them with the state of sense organs, but they are getting them right, focusing that, is another state of mind. So, there is no doubt that we can not only reach that state, but also attain a subtler and subtler state. All these are universal laws. Why are the scriptural rules framed about dispassionate, an indifferent attitude or condition of devotion, nirvikalpa, nirvana, refraining from women and lucre? What do we get thinking deeply about these? In the opinion of the scriptural experts, one should do his duties dispassionately for ensuring success in work. But in fact, all the tenets like indifference, desire, and dispassionate state are not without desire. In reality, the desire itself is the condition of dispassion, and that is another facet of dispassion, as renunciation is another aspect of enjoyment itself. The condition of renunciation is a state of acceptance itself, so, the question arises, what are the real basis of these injunctions? Is it just to manage disturbances occurring here, or to realize truly the deep importance of the mystery? We must satisfy ourselves, whether they are meant for enforcing discipline, or for realizing the universal truth. Matter relating to gold does not arise here, because it concerns metal. Disturbance may develop in society over the acquisition of wealth, so it may be worthwhile to forewarn them. It may disturb peace of mind in the pursuit of truth. But the question of renunciation does not arise if the incumbents are mentally strong and possess enough wisdom. It is necessary to comprehend the degree of hindrance that sex impulse can create. The reason is that passionate thoughts exist in each and every atom every moment. There may be bitterness about women and gold on the part of an ascetic so far as the society is concerned, but it should not affect the search for truth for the mentally strong. Rules about shunning of women seem to be based on timidity and fright. What is there in it that will dislodge one from the sublime meditation of the great? Creation has begun from the state of deeply rapt meditation of passion. In this pragmatic life, some spiritual aspirants try to regard every woman as mother, but the futility of such procedure should not be ignored. What is the proof that the barrier will last? The reason is that we have come in the course of creation in a certain condition, which will manifest itself every moment time and again. So this term, shunning of woman, stands as a vague term.